The Village People are famed for their 1978 hit YMCA, and they've also formed an unexpected friendship with Donald Trump. The band's song became a staple at Trump's election rallies, and inspired the incoming U.S. president's notorious Trump dance. And tonight they're set to perform at the former Apprentice star's inauguration. The song was first blasted out at anti-lockdown rallies during the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of the protesters switched the letters YMCA to MAGA, Make America Great Again, slogan heavily popularized by Trump. While initially unhappy with Trump's use, Village People frontman Victor Willis' opposition has thawed somewhat. This week, Victor, who is the only original member of the current band, said, Trump's use of YMCA has greatly benefited the song. For example, when Trump started using YMCA, the song shot back up to number 2 on Billboard's digital chart. The resurgence of popularity in the 70s band has also led to renewed interest. Founded in 1977 amid New York's thriving, underground gay club scene, the band comprised mainly of archetypal masculine characters with costumes to match. Victor was the policeman, Felipe Rose dressed as a Native American, David Hoda was the construction worker, Randy Jones the cowboy, Glenn Hughes the leather-clad biker, and the sailor was Alex Briley. Here, the Mirror takes a look at what happened to the original stars in the years since they first topped the charts. Drug addiction and court battles along with groups architects Jacques Morali and Henri Bellilo, Victor wrote more than a dozen Village People songs, including In the Navy, Go West, and YMCA. As such, he owned 1/3 of the copyrights, and its ensuing royalties, on those songs for years. Victor left the band in 1979 and struggled with drug addiction. He entered rehab in 2006 and upon leaving, told the press, "The nightmare of drug abuse is being lifted from my life. Now that the haze of drugs are gone, I'm thinking and seeing clearer now than I have in years. I'm looking forward to living the second part of my life drug-free." In 2011 the ex-frontman sued to get 50% credit, alleging that the copyright deals he'd signed back in the 1970s were legally suspect. He won his court battle 2015, striking songwriter and producer Henri Bellilo's name from the credits of several Village People's most well-known and profitable songs. In 2017, he won another lawsuit with his former group. The courts granted the singer the rights to the name of the band that had left decades earlier. "I got back something that belonged to me," Victor told the Chicago Tribune. At that time, a version of the group was still occasionally playing gigs around the world, but when Willis took charge, he put a stop to that. He fired every person then singing in the Village People, including original group member Felipe Rose. Tragic 9/11 death. Alex Briley's younger brother, Jonathan, was an employee at Windows on the World on the 106th floor of the North Tower of the World Trade Center and died in the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. There were many shocking images of the event, including a man falling to his death from the building. The photo, known as Falling Man, was published by many news outlets and became a part of the cultural fabric as the world processed the events of 9/11. The identity of the subject was difficult to ascertain, and in 2016, Esquire writer Tom Junod claimed it was Jonathan. Lung cancer. Glenn Hughes was perhaps the most iconic of the Village People characters, with his biker leathers and huge mustache. Village People mastermind Jacques Morali based the character on patrons of a New York leather bar and sex club called the Mineshaft, which Hughes frequented. Glenn remained with the Village People performing as the biker until 1996. He then went solo as a cabaret act but sadly passed away at his home in Manhattan aged 50 after being diagnosed with lung cancer. AIDS devastation. French-Moroccan songwriter and producer Jacques Morali moved to the United States in the early 1970s to make it in the music business, and shortly after he scored a hit with Brazil by the Ritchie Family, a group he helped assemble. He saw Felipe Rose dancing in traditional Native American clothing at a New York club and decided to form a group around him, placing newspaper ads seeking gay singers and dancers, very good-looking and with mustaches. He wrote and produced songs laced with gay issues that millions of listeners at the time didn't even notice. Speaking to Red Bull Music Academy, Jacques' creative partner Henri Bellilot said, "We were keen of doing something for LGBT culture, because Jacques was gay, and I was feeling that an injustice was done to the gay community." The HIV and AIDS crisis hit the world in the late 70s and 80s. Jacques succumbed to the disease in 1991 aged just 44.